Yeah, so a second draft declaration has been circulating this morning, and it's very similar to the first one that was leaked in January. So this declaration is entitled Inclusive and Sustainable AI for People and Planet, and it's already raising eyebrows as to whether the US is going to want to sign up to something worded in that manner, given that we've got Donald Trump in the White House, and one of his first acts was to rip up Joe Biden's guidelines on artificial intelligence and get rid of their AI Safety Institute. I talked to a man a little bit earlier called Nicolas Moez. He heads up an association called the Future Society. Now, they were called upon by the organisers of the Elysee Summit to produce a raft of recommendations for the outcomes of the summit from consulting with civil society. And he says there's very little there in the declaration that reflects their work.
To be clear, it's a remarkable first step to have this summit gathering together to discuss the global governance of AI. I think France can be a bit bolder by having some of the more difficult measures put on the table and discussed. There is of course a lot of tensions now in the international sphere, so it's quite difficult. It's no easy feat, but France's leadership in AI governance definitely is at stake here, and I think the more difficult measure to pass, for example, fire alarms for the equivalent of fire alarms for AI systems that are going wrong in critical infrastructure, or simply agreeing on red lines of things that could be that should be tested or that kind of thing. This would actually be the more difficult measures that would show leadership in global AI governance by France, and also, of course, by the global community. There are over 90 head of states who are in Paris this week for this event. So this is something that there will be a lot of discussions at the geopolitical level as well.
So you're calling for more boldness and more leadership on AI from France. How much is the US administration at this point a spanner in the works?
Oh, that's very difficult to say. I think obviously there is a very big difference with the Biden administration compared to the Trump administration, but it's still actually quite a bit of an unknown to what extent the GD Vance, for example, will be a constructive voice on global AI governance. By default, we would expect multilateralism and pluralism to suffer quite a bit from the new tendencies in the US, and this is unfortunately it is a spanner in the work. We don't know how much of a spanner in the work it is at this stage.